If you would have asked me a year ago if I wanted to get a tattoo, I would have just been like, no, there's no way that I'll ever get a tattoo. Well, you know me, I have my fair share of opinions pretty often, and I often change from a specific opinion. I was in London, and I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about getting a tattoo for months and months. This isn't just something that spontaneously happened when I was in London. I was like, oh, let me get a tattoo. This is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time, because a tattoo on your body is somewhat unique on its own. It also depends on where you place it. Now let's get into that straight off the bat. These that I have, they don't have a meaning. I really just like them because of the design. My initial plan was to get a tattoo that had a meaning. But when I walked into the shop, I was like, there are all these people with tattoos. The most random shit on their body. And I'm over here thinking, fuck it. I'm going to just get a tattoo that I like. So I went through the book. Alright, this and that. That's potential. And the knife skull, dagger, whatever you like to call it, was the first one that I was like, I've been through the entire book for the past 15 to 25 minutes. And the skull knife dagger is exactly the one I think is cool and unique on its own. The thing that I have with tattoos at the moment is I don't want to get the common things like a tiger, a rose, a compass. In my opinion, that's too common and also pretty fucking boring. So I want it to be a little bit different. Now, sure, there are probably millions of other people with the exact same tattoo than me. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. There are billions of people in this world. Of course, someone's gonna have an identical tattoo like me. So I got the tattoo, and here's the question you may wonder. Does it hurt? For me, I speak for myself, no, it didn't hurt. But everyone's body will react different. Did I like the feeling? No, I wouldn't say that, it's a great feeling. It is super duper annoying, that feeling of needles going super duper fast into your skin, because essentially what it does, it's penetrating your skin and injecting it with ink at the same time. Is it a nice feeling? Again, no. But for me, it didn't hurt because of the spot that I had it on. Now, one thing I have been told, that putting a tattoo by the rib is apparently one of the most painful things. Now, you have to remember as well that the skinnier or the lower your body fat percentage is, the more you're gonna feel it on your bones. If you're a fat fuck, you'll highly likely not even feel it going through your skin. But if you are super duper duper skinny, yeah, you bet your ass you're gonna feel that right through the ribs, and pretty much in general on every spot. Because if you have no body fat, bro, you feel everything. I don't regret getting the tattoos I've got. Matter of fact, in the upcoming few weeks, I am going to book new sessions for tattoos. And I know some of you may be wondering, like, man, that is pretty quick. That is pretty quick. But the truth is, these tattoos are already starting to bore me out a little bit. That's how crazy a tattoo addiction is and can be. And I had been warned prior, before getting a tattoo, by my cousin, like, bro, once you get your first tattoo, you want to get another one, and another one, and another one. And he is very much right. Now let's speak about the face. When it comes to this, we're not touching it by any means. No, a face tat is definitely something I'm not going to consider at all by any means, because I like my face the way it is. I may not be the most handsome dude, but I'm definitely not going to destroy my entire face with a tattoo. Now don't get me wrong, there are some people that really know how to rock a face tat. Depends on the person, depends on the jawline, depends on everything. A lot of factors play a role when getting a tattoo. This is something I will tell you straight off the bat as well. Not everyone can rock a tattoo, in my honest opinion. When it comes to getting your first tattoo, or tattoos in general, this is something that's going to stick by you for the rest of your life. It is something on your body for the rest of your life. You have to consider that before getting a tattoo. Now, this is why it took me so long to finally get my first tattoo, because I was thinking, man, if I get a tattoo, it's going to be on my body for the rest of my life. Do I really want it or not? It's something you have to really strongly consider before even putting a needle into your arm. Because again, you cannot have a tattoo and afterwards say, oh, I regret it, I don't want it. Tough fucking luck. It's not going anywhere, it's in your skin permanently, unless you get a tattoo removal. But that is expensive, and I've heard also very painful. Now, the right arm as well is a place that I am going to get tattooed as well. Highly likely. I'm not saying I will, but the chance of me tattooing the other arm is highly likely. Again, tattoos are an addiction. I've only got 2 tattoos, right? You've got the knife one and you got the skull one. But man, it is so awesome. What makes tattoos, in my opinion, very unique is that you can customize them. And that's exactly what I did with the skull tattoo. I decided to, okay, instead of it having completely blacked out eyes, why not let it have orange eyes? Now, the thing is with tattoos, and this is also very important, once you get your first tattoo, it is super important for the first at least week, a minimum 4 to 5 days, to not do any form of exercising that, contains sweating and swimming. That is the most important thing, is taking care of it. You have to take care of your tattoo. Now, after 24 to 48 hours, you can take the foil off and afterwards start applying tattoo cream. Tattoo cream is super duper important. You're gonna fuck your tattoo up and let it dry out if you don't use tattoo cream. Don't use no aloe vera. No. Use what they prescribe you. Don't be a smart ass and be like, don't need to use tattoo cream. Don't be crying in a week or 2 time when your stuff is dried out, it's peeling off your skin, and the tattoo is faded because you're not taking care of it like they've told you to do. Now don't worry, your tattoo is going to stay there as long as you take good care of it. I clean mine multiple times a day. I don't put no foil on it unless I take care of my stables, which are the horses, because I prefer not to have any form of poop or any other bacteria get into the skin because it's still irritated. A tattoo takes, depending on the size and the leg and the placement, can take up to weeks, in some cases even a month plus. Again, these tattoos take up to 3 to 5 weeks to heal, and afterwards should be completely fine. The downside of getting a tattoo is, again, you cannot really go crazy. So if you play football like me, I cannot play a few matches, unfortunately, because of the fact I don't want to take the risk of damaging my tattoos, because they're still in the healing process. Because essentially what it is, again, needles are penetrating your skin, and it just takes a while to heal. It's very normal if it fades. Don't worry about that. Just gotta take good care of it, that's all. I was thinking of getting a tattoo with a meaning. For those who don't know, I had a close friend of mine who passed away 12 years ago, lost his life due to a bike accident. And I was thinking maybe getting an initial of his name tattooed on my hand. Like, not literally on here. Which is funny that I mention it, because this is a place that I considered putting a hand tattoo on as well. But I had been advised by multiple people to not do that due to the fact that people will judge you very quickly based on a hand tattoo. And also, job interview wise, it's just best not to do it. So make sure you don't go further than this, unless you don't give a crap. At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to get a tattoo or not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, oh yeah, you should definitely get one, or, don't get one. I'm not going to make that decision. I would have never thought till this day that I would have actually gotten a tattoo, but I thought that day, you know what, man? Why not just do it? What did my family think of it? They really like it. It's funny because my uncle has a shitload of tattoos on his body, and he actually sometimes gives me inspiration on like what I could potentially get. Now, here's another thing I wanted to mention is like leg tattoos. I don't think I'm gonna touch my legs. I find leg tattoos very odd and sort of out of place, especially if you've just got one tattoo on your leg. For me, that looks out of place, so I think we'll just stick it with the arms and maybe even get something on the chest one day. This is an addiction. I cannot stop it. And again, these tattoos of me have no meaning. Most tattoos people have like literally no meaning, because it's the design, it's the artwork, it's the personalization, it's the story behind it for some people. Again, mine are just because I thought they looked cool, and every time I'll get a tattoo, I'll add a nice unique personalization to it. I hope this video was able to help some of you out. Again, if you want to get a tattoo, please think about it before you do anything, because once you get it set, there ain't no going back, man. There really ain't no going back. And there's no way I'm getting these tats removed one day. And it's funny because tattoos aren't even that expensive, bro. The one in London cost me $250, $260. And the one here in the neighborhood cost me $130. And it was a 3-hour session. Also because the dude was yapping the entire goddamn time. I was like, sir, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'd like to go home just now. I only was home at 11:30 because the session took longer than expected. But I had an amazing conversation with the dude. And he's great, so I'm going back there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, man, and hopefully I answered some of your questions.